Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching the Umbrella Academy, Season 3, Episode 6.
Marigold.
Wasn't a fan.
Show me your marigold and I'll show you mine.
Yeah, I'm just not really feeling this. I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know if it's the show's fault or if we're just sort of at like
capacity.
Yeah.
I think it's a little more the show's fault than that. I'm having a really hard time with the fact that no one's telling anyone anything, and I'm having a harder time with it in this season than I have in seasons past, because in seasons past, they've kind of all, like in season 1, they were all estranged from each other, so they weren't talking. And in season 2, they didn't know where each other were, so they couldn't do anything about it. And it
was the problem that they're together?
Unfortunately, I think weirdly, yes. In a way that I was like really excited for this season because I thought they were going to all be together and it was going to be better. But now the issue is they're still not telling each other everything, but they're together all the time, which makes it frustrating that they're not telling each other everything.
Well, and my issue is I'm not enjoying the motivations. I'm not relating to...
What motivations? There aren't any. It's so... Everything is for nothing. I really enjoyed Five's stuff with Pogo. That was great. I liked that a lot because he is actually working towards something.
Well, two of the 4 or 5 characters that I'm interested in were Harland and Stan.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty aware, like, I feel like we're gonna get them back.
Yeah.
But when and for what? And to what's left of the show,
because that's the other thing too, is like at this point I feel like we're gonna get these characters back. Like everybody that's disappeared is gonna come back, but no one is going to remember. Like Stan is not gonna remember Diego because they're gonna get them back in the OG timeline.
Also, I liked the family unit story.
Yeah.
I liked that Lila was his mother and Diego was his father, and they were learning how to be this kooky, dysfunctional family. Like that's the part that I was interested in.
Well, and now, Stan just doesn't belong to Diego. Lila was just testing him. I don't know. They went behind the pachinko board and they like found kind of like a bizarro world version of the hotel called Oblivion, which is apparently something Reginald's been working towards. And then there was like potentially a minotaur on the other side that chopped off 2 of Diego's fingers.
But the thing is, I don't know. When it started growling, you're like, oh my God, is the pug? And part of me was like, man, I wish. Like, I would have rather it was this like Franken, and not that I want these people to be thrown into this like alternate reality where they're monster versions of themselves.
Sure.
But it was just sort of like, I was like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the cockroaches were for, because there was a very deliberate cockroach that Lila stepped on, and then they were in the Hotel Oblivion. While we're talking about it, that set, whatever that is, if it's a real, I don't think they built that. I imagine it's a real location, but it's a phenomenal set.
It's beautiful. My only note,
production design and values have been great.
My only note is to every production designer in the world, give the Shining wallpaper a break for like 15 years. I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah,
it's everywhere and I'm done.
Mercifully, it was only in that one room.
It's only in Harlan's room, but also I just like, why is it in Harlan's room? There's no shine. Whatever. And
like I said, maybe there's stuff going on in my own personal life that I'm just not able to. Yes, we want this to be a job, but this is also a hobby, and we're doing this with our free time.
Yeah, this is like, I have a 40-hour-a-week job
that we have lives outside of this, and there are points where I'm like,
this again?
This is just not what I would be doing with this time.
Yeah.
So I'm fully prepared to admit that I am not bringing everything to the table, and that's why even with the show, and let us know if it's something you'd ever be interested in, but we might even revisit things down the line.
If I'm in a different mindset later, or if something all makes sense by the end of the season, I'm always perfectly willing to eat my words later. But like as it stands now, it's just like I don't care if I ever see Allison again. Why isn't she getting sucked into the Kugel Blitz? I hate it. Every moment of, because she's out there at the drive-in, like watching Harlan, and then Victor gets there and they are doing this thing because they're trying to
they're trying to listen, but not with their ears.
No, they're trying for Harlan to transfer the powers back to Victor so that Harlan doesn't have these powers anymore. How that's going to help, I have no fucking clue, because he's already
gone through his entire life.
He's gone through his entire life, but he's also already done the thing that caused the grandfather complex and the Kugelblitz. So him not having powers is not helpful at all. So they're doing this thing, and Harlan is like, I've lived with this my whole life, and I've trained. And again, Victor has only had like full like knowledge of these powers for like a total of 10 days. Because even though he was in the 60s for like 3 years, he lost his memory and had no idea who he was or that he had power or anything. Whatever. Leaving that aside. So they go start doing this. Harlan's got more information than Victor does, so they're doing it. Allison lets them go for like 25 seconds before she's like, you're killing him! And makes them stop. And it's just like, shut the fuck up, sit your ass down, and let the grown-ups talk for a minute. Because you don't have any capacity for these powers. You have no idea. Whatever. She's
in her defense,
out of control.
In her defense, she doesn't know it's episode 6 of a 10-episode series. So she might have thought that, I don't know.
I guess fair. But so she finally is like, well, I'm not going to watch you kill yourself. And then she wanders away to have a hallucination of Ray, who, again, lovely to see you. I love Yusuf Gatewood, but
it just was, that scene, she said this thing like it was so pensive where she was like, the swings were always Claire's favorite. And you were like, everybody likes swings. That's not unique to your imaginary child.
The swings are everyone's favorite. Claire is not special. It's driving me absolutely bonkers.
I heard a rumor that you were a good mother and didn't.
We know for a fact she wasn't. She didn't even have partial custody. Patrick had full custody when this show started. Whatever. So she ends up getting back as soon as, like, just in time to watch Victor get all the power back.
Watch them touch marigolds.
Some real weird phrasing.
The future liberals want.
Here, I just like, that's not this liberal. So regardless, Victor gets all the power back. He's kind of like, you know, not super lucid or whatever. And while he's recovering, Harlan
was like, I know why you don't like me. It's because I killed all your mothers. We didn't tell you that.
So she knocks him out and takes him to the Sparrows.
I was gonna say, was he dead or was he just?
I don't know. If he was dead, I'm furious. I just like.
Also, Luther's just a sparrow now, I guess.
Yeah. Because he's like, I can't go back. I had a fight with my sibling, capital S. And I was just like, you had a fight with your sister lover. Like, fucking just cards on the table or Sloan is going to find out at some point.
Well, that was also, so I'm with you that I think maybe it's all Ben. Because Faye was interested. She was funny in that scene.
Yeah.
Where Ben wasn't overbearing her.
Yeah.
Like
we did get a flashback too to when they were like younger and training and they hadn't started, like Pogo was still there and they hadn't started drugging Reginald yet. And man, Ben just sucks 7 ways from Sunday because he was.
Also, Marcus was there, didn't get a single line.
No.
And still no further information on Christopher.
Yeah, he wasn't even in that scene.
Yeah.
But like Ben was smothering Jamie and then she stabbed him in the tentacle, which good for you. Then they gave Luther Marcus's old uniform and had the absolute nerve to say, you're roughly the same size. And I was like, look, I liked Marcus. He was very cute, but he fucking wishes. Fucking Tom Hopper is like, or who is it? Hopper? He's like 11 feet tall. He's a humongous dude, even without the suit.
Well, we didn't actually talk about 5 and Pogo.
No, it was a great scene, though. I really liked all of their scenes together.
But the tattoo, they're giving him the tattoo now to close the loop. Yeah. And I don't understand that.
He has to have it so that he has it later.
To cut off him?
Yeah. He has to get it so he has it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like timey-wimey. And Pogo has a human girlfriend named Tammy.
The less examined, the better.
Well, I don't know, where do you draw the line when it's a fully...
This is the future liberals want.
I mean, again, maybe not this liberal. It is a sort of fun thought experiment where it's like, where do you draw the line when you have a fully sentient, chimpanzee that can speak English?
They did it in The Magicians. Remember the one girl was trying to marry the bear?
That's right. In Fillory.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're like, well, that was in Fillory.
Humbledrum, the bear, that was his name. If you want to watch a good show, go watch The Magicians. Also, I don't know how much it matters now because he's dead, but Alfonso seems to have some sort of like a Dorian Gray thing where the more damage he takes, it like compounds because he was less disfigured in the flashback.
There were pills that Pogo was giving to the kids because they were supposed to be on a kamikaze mission.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly what the pills were, but then once they gave the pills to Marcus, at some point those are the same pills that started giving.
They were different colors.
Well, yeah, but they showed a close up and Reginald had two and one was green and one was yellow, I think. And so at some point but now he's sober. Klaus also went back to go hang out with Reginald and then he put like some sort of electroshock thing on his back and is like running experiments on him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Yeah, I don't know. I hated this episode less, but I don't know.
Less than 4?
Yeah.
You hated 4. You liked 5 more.
And this is probably about the same as 5.
It was in between.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We have every intention on actually finishing this, but it might be as we're able to.
String into next week. Just, you guys don't seem to be clamoring for it either, so we'll
apologies
if
this is bumming anybody out, but
sorry.
Imagine how we feel.
Yeah. Come on. Okay. Bye.